Public speaking, many people's greatest fear and a personal interest of mine. It's always been something that I've been fascinated in, and I actually taught it at a local university several years pre-COVID. They haven't asked me to come back since. Hey, if you're watching, I'm ready. Come on, let's do this thing. But I had a question slash topic recently that has to do with public speaking, the side of the interest that I love, but also facial hair. And I was like, oh my gosh, what a perfect home right here. And someone reached out with this topic. Now, I am going to leave them anonymous because I don't want their church coming after them. And I do mean that. And they said, hey man, is facial hair, specifically a mustache, bad for public speaking? And I said, no, that's outrageous. And they said, well, there's people at my church that are saying otherwise. And specifically one point stood out to me that I thought was good. Because I've heard everything, right? It's distracting. It's something that you can hide behind. Garbage, baloney, get that out of here. But there was a fair point that I was unsure on. And somebody said, what about lip reading? We do have areas of our lips oftentimes that are covered, and I didn't know enough about lip reading and being able to have hearing impaired pick up on my speech. So I dove in, and I want to talk about a couple of different areas with this topic today. Real quick introduction first so you guys know who I am. My name is Dan C. Bearden. Like I said, I did teach public speaking. I taught interview skills, resume building. It's something that I love at the university level. At the same time, but also prior to that, I was a middle school history teacher for 12 years. I coached water polo and swimming for 16 years. I have a master's degree in administration. I have a second master's degree in curriculum development. So this is all kind of around my world, whether it was coaching, teaching, the stuff I was going to school for. I'm very fascinated with public speaking, but also very fascinated with beards. If you are a member of this channel, meaning you're a subscriber, you're a member, you participate in any way whatsoever, I do want to say thank you. If you're not a subscriber, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. And I don't know if I asked you guys, but check down below. Did you hit the thumbs up yet? Okay, consider it. If you want to hold till later, that's okay. Let's jump in on the public speaking. To address the first part, is a beard in general, is facial hair in general bad for public speaking? No. For me, it's a superpower. When you are speaking, what do you want? You want the attention and engagement of the viewers. If something's gonna help me get that attention and that engagement, heck to the yes, especially if it's on my face where I want them focusing, right? My eyes are up here. Now, of course, with the beard getting a little bit lower, I got to remind them up here, guys, but I really do think it's a superpower of mine. Essentially, if you're a confident speaker, you're likely going to be an effective speaker. And if you go up and that beard gives you confidence like it does for me, that's a win for everybody involved. There should be no way that that takes away from you, other than the viewer having their own ignorant bias. Whether it's a generational negative view on beards, whether it's an associated view on beards because of some experience in their life, so be it. We can't control that. But no, there's no way that it's bad for public speaking. Now, what about lip reading? Okay, pause here. I didn't really know how this could or not affect it. Luckily, I went online and did research. Now, I did start with Reddit. Now, before you guys throw stuff at the computer screen, I like Reddit. I think it's real feedback from real people. Now, can you use it as real evidence outside of anecdotal evidence? No, of course not. But it can give you a baseline. It can give you an idea of what people are saying. And Reddit was pretty fair, pretty split. I had people that said, I'm a highly experienced lip reader, no impact with any facial hair. Other people saying, it really frustrates me and I do struggle. And then I found research. And then I found an actual study that took place. Now it's an older one, I think it was from like 1985, but still facial hair hasn't changed since then. The study used 4 different types of facial hair for men speaking. Full beard, full mustache, trimmed beard, trimmed mustache, mustache only, and then completely shaven. So all levels to it, and there was less than 0.05 difference between any of them. It was a non-factor. If somebody was a good speaker, they were a good speaker. Now, there's a whole lot of details that have to do with the sounds and I believe even vibrations involved with lip reading. I'm not gonna get into that because I don't know enough. Somebody that does will be over there and be like, oh, Dan, what do you, I don't know enough to say. But I can point you to that study. I will put it in the description. It's not the most robust study and write-up, but it really helped me say, okay, if I am an effective speaker, this is not going to affect someone even lip reading And I thought that was awesome. So we can kind of put this to rest to say, no, having facial hair in any way, shape, or form does not take away from your effective communication. And for me, I was a teacher at a very high level. I was a coach at a very high level. And now I still communicate hopefully at a high level for my career. And I don't think that it's ever taken away from my ability to get across the message that I'm hoping to deliver. Now, I do have a question for you guys before we get to the conclusion. I have for years now wanted to make a dedicated video giving tips and tricks on public speaking. The stuff that I taught in college, starting with why we do certain things, such as put our hands into a hoodie and kind of turtle up like you are trying to get back into the womb, into the fetal position. And I can go into the details there, to other things like what should you do with your hands? What if you're real nervous? Are there tips and tricks like putting them behind your back? I have the real information. I just don't know if my audience wants to see that. If it's something that you adamantly would love to watch, please put a comment down below. I'm not fishing for comments on that. I'm not fishing for you guys to be like, yeah, Dan, I just really want to know if people are interested. If they are, I'll make the video. I'll make it with passion. I love that topic. But if it doesn't fit, that's okay too. Maybe it'll be another channel, another time. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. And then to really wrap this up with the conclusion, what questions do you have about public speaking and a beard? What questions do you have about public speaking in general? Maybe if I make that video, I can give you guys some answers to those questions. And then what about you? Have you ever spoke in front of large crowds? I've spoken in front of tens of thousands of people many times. I've spoken in front of over 50,000 people before, which is really cool. And I want to grow that in the future as well. So let me know your experiences, your questions, your thoughts. Did this relate to you at all? Was this like, oh, that does make sense. I can see what you mean there, Dan. I can't wait to read those comments, you guys. Thank you for watching. A little bit of a different topic today, but this is what I love to do. Dan C. Bearded. Please stay bearded and stay positive.